finally did it. I finally just clipped the part I wanted. It's weird. It kind of feels like I automated it. Like I automated the thing that I did before. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's just I'm just happy that I finally got around to doing that. But yeah, hey, welcome to the video. So uh, I changed the title up. So yeah, I was just having a go at like making a clickbaity title. But yeah, this is kind of really just for me to understand, like really get into my head this concept, because it's something that I know, but for some reason I'm not acting like I know it. So I'm kind of hoping in this video I can just reaffirm it and get it clear in my head, so I'm not being emotionally reactive when I'm trading. So yeah, it kind of comes down to this. For some reason, when I'm trading, I think I need to win every trade in order to be successful, but that's not the case. I don't need to win every single trade to be successful. I only need to win a certain amount of trades to even break even. And because my strategy is a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, I don't have to even win half the trades to be profitable. And this is like something I've known. Like this is something that I knew years ago when I first started trading. I knew that I didn't even have to win half of the trades to make money if I had a high risk to reward ratio. Like I knew it in my I knew it, but I just don't know it in my bones. That's the thing. So that's what kind of this video is about. And I'm gonna take this quote from the book Trading in the Zone. And here it is. So I'll try and zoom in a little bit more. I think that's as close as I can get. But yeah, I'll read it out. So, but as long as they legitimately define trading as a probability game, their emotional responses to the outcome of any particular trade are equivalent to how the typical trader would feel about flipping a coin, calling heads, and seeing the coin come up as tails. A wrong call, but for most people, being wrong about predicting the flip of a coin would not tap them into the accumulated pain of every other time in their lives they had been wrong. Why? Most people know that the outcome of a coin toss is random. If you believe the outcome is random, then you naturally expect a random outcome. Randomness implies at least some degree of uncertainty. So when we believe in a random outcome, there is an implied acceptance that we don't know what that outcome will be. When we accept in advance of an event that we don't know how it will turn out, that acceptance has the effect of keeping our expectations neutral and open-ended. Now we're getting down to the very core of what ails the typical trader. And I had to look up what ails meant. Ails mean trouble. So the thing that troubles me as a trader, and I'm guessing loads of other traders, is losing. It's being wrong. It's thinking that, you place your trade, it's from your system. Your analysis, your analysis that you've drilled home and you've seen win so many times in the past. When you place that trade, you lose, and you say you're wrong, and it hurts you, and you feel pain emotionally, and you start ripping out your hair if you have it, or you start over trading, revenge trading. You miss a trade and you start getting into FOMO, all of that stuff, all of that happening. And if you just treat trading like a probability game of flipping a coin, if you just treat trading like you're flipping a coin, heads or tails, it's going to land on either heads or tails. It's random. You're either going to get a win or a loss. Like, that's it. You're going to win or you're going to lose. Me, I always go for tails. So let's just do it. I'm going to play a game of heads and tails. I'm on Bing. This is the one thing that Bing can do properly. And it has a good heads and tails game. All right, so tails, yeah, we just got one. So when it lands on tails, I win 3%. When it lands on heads, I lose 1%. I'm gonna flip this 10 times. Let's go. Let's go. Two for tails. I'm up. All right, 1 head. 2 head. I lost twice. 3 tails. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, cool. All right, that's good. I won 6 times and I lost 4 times. So 3 times 6, that's 18. 18 take away 4, 14. I made 14%. But let's just do it. I'm gonna do it one more time because I want to I'll do it. I just want to show you that even when you lose, you know, when you go on a long losing streak, it's not that bad. It actually works out. And I don't think I'm going to get it. I think I'm actually going to get, I think I'm going to go pretty good on this side. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty well on this part too. Yeah, I think the coin's on my side. Yeah, the coin's on my side. The coin's on my side. It's fine. I've got this little calculator anyway. So I'm going to use this calculator, set it up. So anytime it lands on tails, I get 3. And anytime it lands on heads, I lose 1. So let's say I lose 10. Let's say I never get a tail. I never get a tail, I lose 10%. That's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario, I lose 10%. And if you know the FTMO rules, you know that you can only lose 10%. If you lose 10%, you lose the account. That's it. Game over. And that's not what you want. But to lose 10 times in a row, you know, keeping the coin flip analogy, this is the world record for consecutive coin flips. Now this isn't like guaranteed. Like you could lose more than 10 times in a row. You could lose more than this time in a row. But just listen to this. The official Guinness World Record for consecutive coin flips is 8 heads or tails. Do you get what I'm saying? 8 heads or tails. Like that's the world record. So if I just do it here, I do 8 heads, 2 tails with a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. If I lose 8 times in a row and then I win 2 more times afterwards, minus 2%. And even if I lose 8 times in a row, yeah, and then I win 1 and then I lose again, so 9-1, minus 6%, I'm still in the game. So the probabilities are on my side. You know, the chances of me losing 10 times in a row is very, very slim. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's very slim. You know, losing 8 times in a row and then winning 2, you know, that's more likely. Or winning 8 times in a row, winning 1, and you know, all of this, you know, if I keep this going, you know, let's say you do win half the time. You win half the time, you're up 10%. You've passed the challenge. You know, you passed the challenge. And again, you don't even have to win, you know, all the time. You can lose. You can lose more times than you win. You can still be up. That's still decent. That's still a decent result. You know, I could do this all day. It's still a decent result. You lose 7 times in a month. You win 3 times. You're up 2%. 2% a month. That's fine. 2% a month. People ain't making 2% a month. They're losing 10% because they're over trading. They're hesitating. They're taking trades they shouldn't take. You know, they're increasing the risk size. They're decreasing their take profits. They're doing all this craziness when really all they need to do, and by they I mean me, all I need to do is place my trades and risk 1% and then try and aim for 3%. Like that's it. And then just let it run its course. If I lose, if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm wrong. And it even doesn't really matter when I win either. What matters is I flip the coin over a long period of time and I let it just do its magic. I let it just play out. And that's really what it is. Most people think you have to win every trade, but you really don't. And I've got this quote here. And by most people, I am talking about myself because this is a channel to help me. Like if you saw my last video, you saw that I've not been in a good zone. I'm deep in the red, basically. I'm not in the black. I'm in the red. So let me show you this quote though. I'm going to close off on this quote. I love this quote. You know, I'm going to memorize it. You know, if I was a tattoo guy, I'll probably get it tatted on my chest or whatever. But yeah, by George Soros. Yeah. It's not whether you're right or wrong that's important, but how much money you make when you're right and how much money you lose when you're wrong. Beautifully summed up. It's beautifully summed up. It's summed up perfectly. It doesn't matter whether you win or you lose. It just matters about how much you win when you win and how much you lose when you lose. Like, come on, it's described perfectly. It's described perfectly, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is how much money you make when you win, and how much money you risk when you lose. That's it. That is it. That's it. If you want to take one thing away, take this quote away and live by it. Like I've known this stuff for so long, but when I'm actually in the markets, it's so difficult to actually apply. But it's just these reminders are needed. That's why I'm making this video. I'm making this video as a reminder because this is so important. It's so important. You know, I looked at my backtest. I'll even show you. You know, if you're not convinced by the analogy with the coins, you're not convinced by this. I'll even show you, like what So this is a backtest. Yeah, this is the backtest that I do to track how a perfect backtest would look against my live trades. So obviously I haven't been perfect this month, but this is what would happen. This is in October. So this is 8 trades. 8 signals came up from my strategy over the time, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wins and 4 losses. So in this month, if I did it perfectly, I would be up 800. And I've got a 10k account, so do the math, 8%. So I would have been up 8%. And I only won half the time. I lost 4 times. Like, I only won 4 out of 8 times. Like, that's not... like it's perfect. It's like... And this is in reality. This is my strategy in reality playing out like how it should be played out. Like, this is it. This is it. This is the strategy. This is how it be. This is how it looks. This is how it looks in real life. In real life, this is how it looks. You know, you want me to, you know, I'll just replace this. 4, 4, 8%. That's how it looks. That's it. That's literally it. That's literally it. It's just that simple. Just trust the process. Think of trading like a coin flip, and remember this George Soros quote. You know, get it printed, print it on your wall, and just have it there so you can look at it every single day. You know, it's not whether you're right or wrong that's important. It's not whether you're right or you're wrong that's important. It's about how much money you make when you're right and how much money you lose when you're wrong. That's it. I'm gonna leave you with that. Thank you for watching. Yeah, peace.